Thanos versus Darkseid is about as quintessential a fight as you can get. The two supreme evil forces in Marvel and DC, the arch rivals to the Justice League and the Avengers, but in a fight between the two of them, well, who's coming out on top? And really, has this fight ever even been close? Let's get to it. Darkseid. He's the supreme monarch of the planet Apocalypse, the Justice League's worst adversary, the greatest enemy of New Genesis, and one of the biggest threats to the DC multiverse as a whole. He seeks to bend everything to his will and remake the cosmos in his image, all while searching for the anti-life equation, an equation that consists of immense power and potential to dominate all life in the DC multiverse. He's got absolute godlike strength, pimp-slapping Alan Scott with the power of all of Earth's avatars and a connection to the multiverse itself, or staggering a fully powered Zeus without even coming close to his own full power. He was able to go toe-to-toe with the Anti-Monitor in an absolutely devastating fight, or fought against the Highfather for 7 days and 7 nights straight, completely destroying the planet in the process. He can simply walk through attacks from the Justice League no problem. He can survive planets being destroyed around him. Remember his fight with Alan Scott where he was fully connected to the multiverse? Well, Alan Scott finally stopped holding back and hit him with everything he had, the force of all planet Earths in the multiverse. And Darkseid was still able to pick himself up and keep standing. Then of course there's the Omega effect. Darkseid has complete and total control over his Omega beams, meaning that he can lock it onto a target and follow them around wherever. They're powerful enough to hurt Superman, hurt the Anti-Monitor, and hurt Superman some more. And if Darkseid so chooses, they're able to completely erase anyone they hit, completely erase them from existence altogether. But on the other hand, well, there's Thanos, and for as powerful as Darkseid is, Thanos really should be just as powerful. I mean, Thanos does have some instances of planet busting before, and you really had to look no further than his first appearance in his fight against Drax the Destroyer. In that fight, just by them wrestling around, well, they were able to destroy a planet. And classic Drax the Destroyer is really nothing to underestimate. He's one-shotted small planets and even ripped apart a star once in a temper tantrum. Thanos has regularly beaten up this guy, sometimes one-shotting him. He's also planet busted when fighting his son Thane before too, so planet busting is well within the realm of possibility for Thanos here. And then there are all his many fights and beatdowns against heroes like Silver Surfer, Thor, Hulk, Beta Ray Bill. All these guys, Thanos has regularly been able to beat them all up and down and nearly kill them with just his punches. Thanos has even fought against the In-Betweener before, an abstract being on par with Galactus himself, and injured him with just his fists. And for as strong as Thanos is, you could argue that durability is really his greatest asset here. I mean, for starters, he's taken attacks from basically every single hero you can think of. He's not even been phased. I'm talking Silver Surfer, Hulk, Black Bolt, Thor, all of them. He straight up laughed at Thor's attacks before and asked for more, even when Thor was amped with the power gem and under the spell of Warrior's madness. Well, Thanos again just smirked and smiled it off. And this was the same Thor who was able to casually destroy planets and stomp the likes of Beta Ray Bill and Silver Surfer. Thanos just simply smiled at his attacks. He's taken planets exploding and supernovas with absolutely no problem. He's taken Blasphema Nihilus's warship, several blasts. In fact, when before, those blasts were powerful enough to kill the likes of Thor, Gladiator, Hyperion, all of them with just one shot each. And then there's his fight against Odin, literally the All-Father, one of the most powerful guys in Marvel, and is able to affect the whole multiverse in his fights. But Thanos managed to fight against Odin for several pages and not go down. Sure, this time he was finally injured, but he just refused to give in and go down. Thanos is ridiculously tough. It's also his shields. These shields are so powerful that Galactus struggled to break through them. Galactus might be able to straight block Darkseid's Omega Blast. And even though he lost his fight against Galactus, well, Galactus was still extremely impressed, even complimented Thanos on the fight. Galactus is arguably above Darkseid. We saw that in a crossover comic. Same thing played out with Odin. Thanos was able to fight on par with this god, in a fight that Odin himself even said, "It's been eons since I fought such a foe. Even in defeat, you are an adversary worth saluting." Thanos was able to earn the god's respect. But while Thanos was able to fight against Odin, well, Darkseid has fought against Zeus. In fact, Darkseid has already beaten and killed Zeus. And that was when he wasn't even at full power. He was still in his teenage form and was trying to absorb power from other people in order to reach his former level of power. So he came across Zeus, fought Zeus, killed Zeus, and absorbed all of Zeus's power. And it's not like Zeus in DC Comics is any significantly less powerful than Odin over in Marvel. Zeus defeated Cain Millahah and killed him in his own realm. And when in his own realm, Cain was powerful enough to create all the cosmos. Or Zeus beat the Shattered God, who was heavily implied to have caused the Big Bang. Or better yet, when in his true form, Zeus actually exists outside of the multiverse as a multiversal fourth-dimensional entity, and Darkseid beat him. So you can't really say that Thanos has done more impressive things than Darkseid. They're actually very even and very well matched. Now, one thing you can say about Thanos is that he's a bit more consistent in his power level. Darkseid is honestly kinda all over the place. Like, look at Darkseid's rivalry with Superman. Superman is one of the most powerful heroes in DC, and he'd be one of the most powerful heroes if he was in Marvel too. But him and Darkseid have a legit rivalry, and their fight record is very even. It's about 50-50. You don't know who's gonna win each fight they have. There have been times where Darkseid has easily beaten Superman, but there have been just as many times where Superman easily beat Darkseid, stomped him and broke his face. You can't really say the same about Thanos. He's much more consistently over the top heroes in Marvel. Like, Thanos has regularly been able to fight against and beat whole teams of heroes, where just one of the heroes could give Superman a good fight. And I'm not just talking about the Avengers either. Like, there's also the Annihilators, a team made up of Silver Surfer, Quasar, Nova Prime, Ronan the Accuser, Better Ray Bill, and Gladiator. So arguably even more intimidating and powerful than the Avengers. He's just got a much more consistent track record of stomping Superman level beings, just putting them down with ease, like Silver Surfer, Thor, and Hulk. And that has me saying that Thanos should be able to match up against and beat Darkseid in a straight, pure fistfight. Or at least an avatar of Darkseid. That's right, I'm talking about true form Darkseid. Now, for a long time, true Darkseid was just seen as a myth. Something that a bunch of fanboys created on battle forums make sure that their favorite Darkseid never lost a fight. But in reality, true Darkseid has always been there. You just kind of need to know where to look for him. See, Jack Kirby created the new gods to be platonic concepts, with Darkseid meant to be the platonic concept of evil, to represent all the darkness of the reader themselves. That was always the original goal, but it's really only been in recent times when Grant Morrison wrote Final Crisis, made the map of the multiverse, that all the pieces kind of snapped into place. We got to see the full picture as intended. So let's start with this. Darkseid is a new god and the ruler of Apocalypse, but the universe where the new gods exist isn't actually a regular universe, but instead exists outside of the DC multiverse altogether. It exists inside the sphere of the gods, or the fourth world, and outside of the normal multiverse or even space-time. So in order for a god like Darkseid to enter into the multiverse, they need to use an avatar, because their true forms can destroy reality. Because remember, like we said, new gods are living concepts. And so that means that Darkseid is constantly using avatars to operate in comics. Whenever you see the typical rock golem monster, that's just a vessel for his power. So that means every time he fought Superman or fought the Justice League, or really whatever, it was really just an avatar. Like, let me give you an example. When Darkseid was actually on his deathbed in the sphere of the gods, was falling from way up there down into the DC multiverse, while he was casting a gigantic shadow that was threatening to destroy the multiverse altogether, or create a singularity that again was threatening to destroy the entire multiverse. Then when Darkseid has revealed his true power in the actual DC multiverse, well, he is capable of literally one-shotting the quintessence, characters who are the highest order of beings in the multiverse. This group consists of Ganthet, Hera, Highfather, Phantom Stranger, the Wizard, and Spectre. And those are some seriously powerful characters. I mean, Ganthet is one of the guardians of the universe, Hera is the queen of all the Greek gods, the Wizard is the thunder god and the source of Shazam's powers, Highfather is another new god, Darkseid's brother, the Phantom Stranger is one of the most powerful magical beings in existence, and the Spectre is the literal will of God's vengeance and judgment. If you want to be kind to Thanos, you can say he belongs right alongside that group, and these are all beings that Darkseid took out with one attack. So, in his purest, most powerful form, well, he's going to be able to kill Thanos easy. If Galactus, if Odin have Thanos begging for mercy or beaten down, well, Darkseid at his best is going to be able to do the exact same thing. Darkseid is just unquestionably more powerful than Thanos, outside of amps like the Infinity Gauntlet or Heart of the Universe. And he's going to win this fight pretty much every single time. Darkseid wins. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're going to have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're going to see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.